What's up everyone? I have 4 very popular products for gym enthusiasts to share with y'all today. I have shaker bottles and electric protein shakers to show. I'll be going over my thoughts on which one is the best one to be buying this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, whatever holiday you might be shopping for. And we'll wrap up the video with a nice giveaway. It's the largest giveaway I have ever done on my channel. I'll be giving away 10 of one of these shakers. Yes, that's right, you heard it, 10. And if that's not the best part, you can actually qualify to win up to 3 for yourself and 1 for a friend. Stay tuned to find out more. What's up, this is GM, and before I start, I want to tell you about TubeBuddy. In case you don't know, TubeBuddy is a free website that will help you manage and grow your YouTube channel. Thanks to them, some of my videos even show up as top results. Want to give them a try? Check the description below for the link. So the 4 items before you are some of the top protein shakers. The first one we have is the BlenderBottle. It's your standard protein shaker. It is the most popular, but it's kinda outdated. If you go to a college campus, you've probably seen a bunch of orgs and companies giving them away with their logo on it. Our second one is Promixx's IXR electric shaker bottle. You've probably seen these before. The first one I saw was about 2 years ago when someone started using one in the middle of the library. I thought it was interesting, but at the time I didn't really work out seriously, nor did I use protein powders, so I didn't really care much. The third one is Promixx's 2.0 electric protein shaker. Don't let the name fool you, it's not newer than the IXR as far as I can tell. I went ahead and got it though because Promixx is currently the most popular electric protein shaker, so I thought it would be good to look at both of their most popular ones and see if there's any real updates or differences between them. The fourth one is by a newer company called Voltrx. This one kinda stands out a bit, as you'll see in the video. I actually have all the colors for this one, so you'll get to see all of them at the end of the video. And just so you know, I plan on structuring this by going over a few key points, comparing them, ranking them, and at the end we'll just see who comes overall on top. You've probably heard, never judge a book by its cover, but we're gonna be doing that right now. I actually read a question where someone asked if one of the bottles would kind of make themselves stand out at the gym, which is why I figured I might as well go over the aspect real quick. The BlenderBottle gets 4th place in this category. It's just so common and boring to look at this point. I feel like it just looks too plain. As for the 3 electric shakers, this was a bit more complicated. The issue is that the Voltrx has a better look when it's turned on versus turned off, so what I plan to do is just go based on how it looks when it's turned off for now. So now let's look at the 2 Promixx shakers. I would have to give the Promixx 2.0 3rd place because it's just pretty much a bunch of shades of gray, nothing else. The Promixx IXR got 2nd place on this. This was a hard call because I originally gave it 1st place. It stands out a bit more in that it looks more expensive, but again it's mainly gray, so it just kind of blends into the background when you're at the gym. I'm gonna give Voltrx 1st place. I like the swirl design, and just because the colors stand out just enough to where it's not in your face but looks good. And of course I'm showing like a black one right now, but it does come in many colors, so each one has a slightly different look to it. The nice thing about them is that they've made the top, bottom, and the trunk of it all the same color. Comment below which would you say stands out the most on first appearances. The color options can make a pretty big difference in which one you buy. Well, I have some good news and bad news. Bad news is that both Promixxes tie for last place. They only come in 1 color each, which is gray. I get the impression that the makers of Promixx just like depressing colors. Voltrx gets 2nd place. They have 7 color options, all of which I have and will be showing later. They hit all sides of the spectrum and got a good range of colors. BlenderBottle gets 1st place. They have a ton of color options and even have some with superhero logos, so you can easily find one you like. Comment below, if you could have any of these in any color you wanted, which color would you choose? This next one is not that big of a deal to some, but can be important for others. I'm talking about the bottoms of these bottles. The BlenderBottle just has regular plastic, don't really have anything else to say other than it earns 4th place. The Promixx bottles both earn 3rd place. They both have a soft foam bottom, which is good for keeping it from slipping around easily, but it doesn't really prevent it from sliding. The Voltrx hits 1st place. That's because it has a silicone base, which pretty much prevents it from moving around, simple as that. The next thing that some people may or may not care about is the measurement markings. The BlenderBottle gets 4th place. I really hate the way they do it because it's see-through, which, surprise surprise, makes it hard to see. This is just a pain for me since I usually mix more than just powder and water in mine, so knowing how much I put can make a pretty big difference in taste. The Promixx 2.0 hits 3rd place. It has seeable markings, however they only wrote in the 100 and 500 milliliters markings and left the rest blank, which I don't really like. The Promixx IXR gets 2nd place. It has seeable markings, but they put them really small. It also matches the bottle color a bit, so it's still hard to see the numbers. However, they do mark every 100 milliliters and 4 ounces, so that's why I got 2nd place instead of 3rd. Voltrx gets 1st place. It has really easy to read markings on it, and they contrast the bottle color some, so that makes it really easy to read. I also like that it curves to match the design of the bottle, which is a nice little touch. Next we have capacity, which is a pretty big deciding factor for some of y'all. Both Promixx bottles tie for last place. They only hold 20 ounces, but you'll see later on that they have an accessory that will end up cutting down the max fill even more. Voltrx gets 2nd place for holding 24 ounces, and BlenderBottle gets 1st place, holding a nice 28 ounces. But keep in mind, these are the max capacities, not the highest marking on each bottle. Y'all probably don't want to have to be carrying around a boulder at the gym or all day long. Let's see which one wins the weight challenge. Keep in mind, these are with the motors still on the electric ones. Both Promixx bottles hit last place with a weight of 0.95 pounds each. That's almost a full pound that you're carrying with you. Voltrx makes it to 2nd place with almost half the weight. They only weigh 0.55 pounds. The BlenderBottle is just a bit less than that, which is 0.36 pounds, which makes it our winner in this category. But keep in mind, the Voltrx one might actually be a little bit less than the BlenderBottle if you take off the motor. So, you know, I went with the motor on just because most likely you'll be carrying it around with the motor on. I want to rank durability, but it's kind of hard to say for sure which one is the most durable without trying to actually break them. So instead, I'm going to rank them by most durable and best quality of material. So I would say the BlenderBottle probably would be last place for me. It feels durable, but it also feels cheap. I'm sure most of you would agree with me on that one. I would give both the Promixxes a tie for 3rd. They feel like they're high quality than the BlenderBottle, but it seems to just be plain plastic with a stainless steel trim. They seem like they would break pretty easily, to be honest, and it seems like the stainless steel trim is just to draw attention away from the cheaper quality trunk. For example, if I squeeze the trunk of it, it doesn't flex at all, which makes me think it would probably crack or break if I dropped it a few times. I give Voltrx 1st place. It definitely feels like better quality than the BlenderBottle and more durable than the Promixxes. It's made of Tritan, which is supposed to be shatter resistant, so you could just toss it in your bag with no worries. Alright, well, we're getting to the end of the comparison. Before we get there, I want to talk about the noise of these bottles. The noisiest of the group is a tie between the Promixxes, and they both have pretty loud motors which might draw a little too much attention to you, unless that's what you're looking for. The Voltrxes come in 2nd. Its motor also makes noise, but it's actually pretty subtle compared to the Promixxes. The BlenderBottle, of course, comes in 1st. It doesn't make much noise, however, it still isn't completely quiet. Now let's look at mixing capability. The shaker bottle hits rock bottom in last place. It has the BlenderBottle, which helps mix the content when you shake the bottle, but it doesn't do a good job of always mixing the content. Some of y'all probably have had this issue where it leaves clumps of powder in the mix. The Promixx IXR comes in 3rd place. It mixes well, but it has a lot of splashback when you use the motor. The Promixx 2.0 comes in 2nd place. It also has a lot of splashback, but it just is a little bit better than the IXR. It mixes the content well and keeps it uniform throughout. The Voltrx comes in 1st place. Barely has any splashback, which is perfect. It also mixes everything perfectly to prevent clumping. Comment below if you've ever experienced any issues with mixing your protein shakes. Alright, so that takes care of all of the basics of these bottles. Now I'm going to give some bonus points here and there for special features each one has. Let's start with the BlenderBottle. It has a really nice handle on top with a bit of rubber. The mouthpiece has a very strong closure, which is good to keep it from just opening up on its own and spilling everywhere. Now let's look at both the Promixxes. They have motors that detach easily and can be reattached easily in any rotation. They both have the X blade for mixing. They both come with NUTRIPODs. The purpose is to keep your protein powder separate from the water, so you can use it as just plain water bottle until you need to mix it. The pods are good for keeping other things as well. The pod for IXR is a little bit better since it has its own lid, so you don't necessarily have to put the pod in the bottle. The IXR has a slight handle, but it's not very good. The 2.0 doesn't have one, which is even worse. They both have decent lids, but they aren't the strongest, so I feel like they'd open really easily compared to the other ones. The Voltrx has some great features. It has the plastic blade inside as well for mixing, which is a bit bigger than the Promixx's. It has a nice motor that can attach two ways as well. It has a handle that is very versatile. The lid is really strong as well and doesn't open easily on its own. The best part is the lighting feature. It makes a nice little light show that makes the mixture look like a Vortex, which is probably how they chose their company name. The nice thing about all of the electric ones is that you can use them for mixing smoothies, bulletproof coffee, milkshakes, and so much more. The electric ones will heat up the liquid some, which makes sense since the motor is going to release some heat. This might sound bad at first, but it's actually good because the heat will actually make the powder and liquid mix better. Do keep in mind though that they have plastic blades, so they don't actually cut anything. You'd want to pre-blend your drink and then store it in these bottles. This way you can mix them when they start to separate from sitting around, as I'm sure you've seen before if you've ever made a milkshake or a smoothie. Alright, let's see who the winner is. I give a few extra points to each bottle as well. In last place, we have the BlenderBottle. It is outdated and it's pretty much just a glorified water bottle compared to the rest. In third place, we have the Promixx 2.0. It's a decent bottle, but it really seems like a slight downgrade from the Promixx IXR. For the price, it doesn't really make sense to buy the 2.0 instead of the IXR as well. In second place, we have the Promixx IXR. It's really similar to the 2.0 but has some key differences such as better NUTRIPOD and the fill line markings. In first place comes Voltrx. It just beat the competitors to a pulp. Even if you just consider all the things mentioned in this video, you can easily tell that this is the best choice. It's made of better material, it comes in a bunch of color options, plus the lighting effects, that just threw it over the rest. And if that wasn't enough, the price for the Voltrx is cheaper than the Promixx blenders. The Promixx's are both about $40, meanwhile the Voltrx is only $30, which is surprising considering Voltrx is also a newer shaker bottle, so you would expect it to probably be a little bit higher priced than the Promixx's, which are a little bit older. Voltrx is probably the best Christmas gift you could get someone that uses shaker bottles. It even comes in a nice packaging. Comment below which one you think won this battle. Alright, time for the giveaway. Today I'm doing the largest giveaway I have ever done. I'll be giving away 10 of the #1 blender bottle from this competition. That's right, the Voltrx's blender bottle. The giveaway is open to anyone in the US and starts today. You'll be able to choose any color as well, and I'll have a new one shipped straight to you. Everyone has a chance of winning up to 3 bottles for themselves and 1 for a friend. I'll be giving away 1 on Twitter. The requirements are as follows. First, you need to follow my Twitter account. I'll have the link to it in the description below. Next, you need to like the pinned comment, which will be the link to this video. After that, you need to retweet the pinned post, which will be this video on Twitter. Lastly, you need to tag 2 people on that tweet so they can share in the wealth as well. Now, I'll be giving away 4 on my Facebook account. This one is a bit different. If you want to win, you actually will win 1 for yourself and 1 for whoever you tag in the post, giving them a nice early Christmas present. The requirements are as follow. First, you must follow and like my Facebook page. Next, you need to like and share the pinned video, which will be this video uploaded on Facebook. Lastly, you need to tag at least 2 friends. As I said, you and the person you tag will both win the bottle. If you tag multiple people, I'll randomly choose one of the people you tagged and contact them. I'll be giving away 5 bottles on my YouTube channel. The requirements are as follow. You must subscribe to my channel because this is a gift to all of those who've been encouraging me to keep doing videos. If you haven't already, it's not too late to subscribe. Next, you need to like this video. After that, comment below. It could be about the video, the products, or anything else you can think of. After that, share this video with 2 people. After all, this is the time to be giving to friends and family, and might as well let them prosper with you. Last, you need to fill out the Google form in the description below. This is just so I have a way to contact you if you win and arrange the shipments. I won't be doing anything else with the information, and I will be deleting the form right after. You can do the requirements for all 3 social media platforms and potentially win 3 for yourself and 1 for a friend. Wouldn't that just be a Merry Christmas for you? Honestly, that sounds pretty ideal to me. The giveaway will end on the 14th of December at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will start contacting winners within 24 hours of the giveaway ending. You'll have 48 hours to reply to my message from when I sent it. So be sure to look in your emails and inboxes when the giveaway ends. I'll be contacting people that won through YouTube. I'll be contacting them through email. People who win on Facebook, I will message them through Facebook, and people who win on Twitter, I will message that person on Twitter. If there's no reply within 48 hours, I'll do another random drawing from those who did all the requirements and contact them. They'll have 48 hours to reply, and so on and so forth, same requirements until all 10 of them have been given away. You are not required to disclose that you won on social media or anywhere else unless you want to. I repeat, you do not have to disclose that you won unless you want to. I plan to see if I can get some discount codes from the company as well for those who want to get the product and don't end up winning or just want to get some extras. If I am able to get codes, I'll pin them in the comments below. Again, thank you for watching and all the support, and good luck to everyone entering the giveaway.